97.5 KLAK. It's Randy Taylor, and I am back again with our travel guy, Bob Roden from Cruise Planners. How are you doing this morning?
Man, I have to tell you, I have a sudden craving for cheeseburgers. I'm not sure why.
I know. Could it be that it's National Cheeseburger Day?
No, is it?
Yes.
Oh, that must be it.
So before we get to our trend, tip, and trip of the week, I have to know, what is your favorite cheese to put on your cheeseburger?
I have to go with American. I'm just an American guy.
Yeah. I like any kind of white cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, white's my favorite. So.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so share with us the trend of the week.
Yeah, the trend has to do with the national parks because visits are growing like a weed. So without a doubt, some of the best natural wonders can be found right here in America's backyard in the 59 national parks. And Americans are visiting them, Randy, in record numbers.
Which is funny you mention this because my best friend recently just took off like a week and a half from work to travel and live out of her car. She bought a mattress for her back seat, lived out of her car, and traveled to a ton of the national parks.
Yeah, I mean, in 2017, over 330 million people visited national parks, and they spent more time there than they did the year before, which is great. So 42 parks broke the record for attendance set in 2016 in 2017, and for all we know, 2018 is going to break those records too. So it's really, really cool the way it's growing in its participation.
Absolutely. So can you tell me which parks are the best ones?
Yeah, I was looking this up the other day. U.S. News and World Reports ranks the top 5 national parks as Yellowstone in Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming, Yosemite in California, Glacier in Montana, Grand Canyon in Arizona, and Grand Teton in Wyoming. So they're the top 5 according to U.S. News and World Report.
So before we get to our tip of the week, another little, I guess, fun fact. I saw on the news this morning that a guy just got off of what they call the boardwalk at Yellowstone and was trying to look inside the gusher. Gusher, is that the proper terminology? Yeah, so all of you out there, go YouTube that, search that online, and look for the guy who was looking right inside of Yellowstone.
In like the geyser?
Yeah, geyser, that's what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the park official was yelling at him. So.
That's probably going to be a pretty good video to watch.
Yeah. So anyway, what's the tip of the week?
Yeah, the tip of the week is about insurance. And look, I know nobody, including me, likes to buy insurance, but travel protection is well worth a few extra bucks if you're planning your next vacation. And here are 5 examples of when you'd be really glad you had it.
Yeah.
So your flight home is canceled.
Oh, goodness.
The next flight is the next morning. Insurance can help cover a hotel room.
And I had no idea.
Yeah. So here's a second one. You lose your prescription meds or even your glasses. Well, your travel insurance provider will tell you where to get them from a trusted pharmacy or provider. You lose your luggage. People do that all the time. Travel insurance folks can help you find it, or they'll reimburse you for the cost of the clothes.
Which is always nice.
Super helpful, right? Here's the 4th. Weather issue delays or cancellations. We've all faced that, especially out of Dallas-Fort Worth. Hey, if the trip is done for you, you're covered.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Which is awesome.
And here's the 5th. You're in a foreign country. You don't speak the language. You break a wrist or an ankle.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. They will help you find a trusted doctor that speaks your language and helps you out. So trip insurance is, nobody wants to spend the extra bucks. It doesn't cost much, really well worth it.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, no one really likes to talk about insurance, especially when you're traveling. So that is a great tip.
Yeah.
So tell us about the trip that you have for us this week.
Well, we talked about you're in a foreign country, you don't speak the language. This week, we're featuring an 8-day guided tour of Cuba.
No wrists or ankle breaks included.
No. That's not in the package for this week. We'd have to charge less for that. So it starts with 4 days in Havana, visiting Old Havana, Ernest Hemingway's home.
That is awesome.
Cool. Yeah, that's where he wrote Old Man and the Sea and For Whom the Bell Tolls. You'd enjoy private concerts, that sort of thing. And then you go on to Cienfuegos and Trinidad for the rest of the trip. This is one of those very experiential tours, and it's offered from one of our partners, Abercrombie and Kent. Starts at about $6,400 a person. So this is not a bargain trip, but it's kind of one of those trip of the lifetimes.
Yeah, definitely. Ernest Hemingway's house, I would love to see that.
How cool would that be?
That would be amazing.
I may have to do this one.
please, and take tons of pictures.
I will.
Now, how can our listeners get a hold of you if they would like to check out this trip or something else?
Yeah, it is just super easy. Here's all you need to do. Text the word TRIP, TRIP, to 474747. That's TRIP to 474747. We'll get the message. We'll give you a holler back, and we'll see how we can help you out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bob Roden, for coming in again, our travel guy, right here on 97.5 KLAK. I look forward to seeing you again next week.
Yeah, I'm heading out for a cheeseburger.
Oh, can you bring one back to me?
Sure.
Awesome. Now let's check in with Warren and see what's going on out on those roadways. Warren?